everyone. My name's Jose Chavez from Ready to Rank, and I am an SEO specialist, and I focus on national and international rankings, and I help businesses get in front of the search results. And with me today, I've got my good friend Alison from Pinpoint Local, and she is an expert in local businesses and helping them rank online in a local area. Alison, welcome. Welcome to our episode, and thank you once again for joining me. Do you want to give us a quick introduction of what it is you do, your business, and how you benefit small businesses?
Yep, no worries at all, Jose. As opposed to you, which is about national and international SEO, I'm all about local.
Yeah.
So, and that's in particular Google Business Profile or Google My Business, GMB. Some people may still know it as.
I
But
accidentally said
for,
it like
yeah, you did at the
that
beginning, but yeah, I've managed to get you to change.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I had someone just email me today. That's why I said it and said, oh, my GMB or something rather, something rather. And I go, yep. People still call it that. So, but Google Business Profile, which changed in about November 22, the name change. Yeah, it's all about local businesses, local services, and if you're looking for local leads, whether that's phone calls, clicks to the website, walk into your location, or service areas that you go out and do your work or your job or you provide your products, Google Business Profile and local SEO, because it's combined with your website, is where it's all at. So, and that's what we focus on predominantly for local business.
Awesome. Awesome. So for people who haven't been here before, we are going through a number of areas in your Google Business Profile that helps businesses optimize each aspect. So we've covered things like reviews, we've covered things like the new What's Happening feature, we've covered photos, we've covered how to get out of a suspension. So if you haven't caught up, or if you're really wondering what this is all about, go back to our previous recordings and just catch up on what we've done. Because all you have to do really is watch those episodes, implement the things that we have, and you'll be one step ahead of your competition. So this week we've got, at the time of recording, we're coming to the new financial year. So I guess we're going to do a little bit of a recap, aren't we, Alison? We're going to go
Yeah.
and just have a look at, what is important now.
Yep. And this what made me think of this is that I was listening to someone from the US, one and Darren Shaw, who's just the CEO founder of Whitespark, which is a massive local SEO company in Canada, and he was saying that in the last 6 months, year has been the biggest change he's seen in search and local in his whole time of 15 years in
Yeah.
SEO. So, and same here. I mean, I've been part of SEO since about, probably 2009. Local Google Business Profile since about 2017. Was probably released about 2013 under a different name. So it had several different names. But the last 6 months has been for local, and Google Business Profile has been so much change. And I want people to know, business owners to know, it is very dynamic, and it is live, and it changes, and it's changing more constantly all the time. So keeping up to date is really important. So I thought we'd just go over some of the things that have changed
Mm.
or become more important, or that we've found, the SE community has found, is showing to rank for local businesses recently, as opposed to historically things that don't work anymore. So, and I thought we'd start where we started this whole conversation, Jose, which was with your suspension
Yeah.
with your Google Business Profile
Yeah.
and getting that up, and
Yeah.
what has changed with that. I wouldn't say that's not like recently, but like this year, but it fairly recently is a video verification, where it is basically 99% of all Google Business Profiles are verified by video now,
Yeah.
and not the
Yeah.
postcard, or it used to be even lucky you if you won the lottery, which was a text code
Yeah.
or a phone call code. You rarely get that. And even if you're given the option, do you know what? It doesn't work. It
Yeah.
never comes.
Yeah.
and you have to click the other option. So video verification is where it's at, and that's really has consolidated in Australia. Probably in the US was far earlier, but in the last 12 months,
Yeah.
which makes it more difficult, but it's probably more authentic and real local businesses that have the profiles now. The
Yeah.
scammers, it is really difficult.
Yeah. It's
Uh,
regulated the industry, hasn't it?
yeah, it really has. It really has. So, the strategy of having Google business profiles all over the metropolitan area, so you rank everywhere, that's gone because it's really hard to get video verification.
Yeah.
And a very recent release in 2025 with the video verification is the the video preview before you upload for video verification. That was just released this year. And the reason why, look, honestly, I'd heard of some poor business owners uploading 25 to 30 times
Wow.
their videos to get
Wow.
verified because you never knew why it would go. It either would just stay at 99% upload and just never upload, or you'd
Yeah.
upload it and it would fail, and you just never knew why. So now Google has released the video preview, and if you fail, you actually get an email now which actually says why you failed.
Perfect.
So that is nice of Google to actually tell people
Yeah.
some things sometimes. So that's suspensions. Why you get suspended, that watch our previous
Yeah.
episode if you
Yeah.
want to dig deeper. But that's an update. Well, we go on to the next one then, Jose.
Yeah. What's the single biggest change to the profile that you've seen?
I think in 2025 would be the what's happening
Yeah.
feature. Now, it's not rolled out completely in Australia,
Yeah.
and it tends to be into hospitality
Yeah.
and cafes or profiles which have events. But if you can trigger it, and you have to trigger it, Google selects it. It actually is right underneath the title of your Google business profile.
Mm.
And it's almost like a social feed on Google business
Yeah.
profile.
Yeah.
It looks really good. And you can trigger it by doing certain content in your updates. Used to be called posts. It's
Yeah.
now called updates, offers, and events.
Yeah.
So once again, the segue would be keep that constant and fresh on a weekly basis. And I'm sure the What's Up Happening feature will probably roll out more if you're doing updates like that.
Yeah. I think I've only seen it once.
Yeah, it's slowly, but it's because business owners aren't really triggering
Yeah.
it. So they have to be aware of it. It's not something that you can actually, it's up to
Yeah.
Google to
Right.
put it there. So
Yeah.
I think the it's aligned with putting your social links in your Google business profile.
Yeah.
That probably came out last year, but within the last 12 months. And that was a very new feature. We used to always link within content on Google Business Profile to all the social profiles because it just made sense that Google knew that a business had all the social profiles and all our clients have every platform just for SEO purposes.
Yeah.
But actually, Google allowing you to put links in your profile for all your social platforms actually validated that thought. And put all your links on your Google business profile. You can put up to 6 every single platform it is. And Google is pulling content that it thinks is relevant for the local profile from your social feed as well.
Hmm.
If you put Google business profile up there. So it's still, I'm still trying to work out how to trigger it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fully rolled out completely in Australia yet.
Yeah.
You see it more in the US and
Yeah.
India.
Yeah. So those hospitality venues, they're the ones that generally
Oh,
have the most um, updates, specials, anything
specials,
like that,
offers.
being offers.
Yep.
Um, so
If
yeah,
your wedding venue
yeah,
or your pubs or catering or anything like that, and you've got seasonal things going on as well.
Yeah.
Put them as offers and events and highlight them, and Google put it on the What's Happening feature.
Yeah, yeah. So it's about triggering it off. They're not going
Yeah,
to release it initially. It's about trying to find that trigger that sets it off. And then
yeah,
hopefully, with any luck, Google just rolls it out naturally or natively or
yeah.
whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a big one.
And actually, we've seen another feature that has only just come out in the last days, weeks. It's called Know Before You Go.
What?
And it's very experimental, only coming up on US Google business profiles, only seen fleetingly out natively at the moment. So, but we're not quite sure what it is, but we've seen it come up on some places or venues or events or something like know before you go, know information before
Yeah.
you go, know times, dates, directions, things like that before you go. So once again, Google's pulling information and it's all within the Google business profile. So you have to provide that information within the profile. And I'm sure it's going to be aligned with AI
Mm,
overviews, AI mode, which we'll get to, but we'll leave that to
interesting.
the end.
Yeah,
So,
interesting. So let's talk about categories quickly, like primary and secondary categories. How often should owners review this?
okay, so you should Google takes away categories and add categories all the time. There's about over
Yes.
4,000 different ones.
How frustrating is that?
Yes, it is. It is. I mean, sometimes, what they put in, what they take out is crazy. And you've got to look, there's been definite data about the importance and ranking on your primary category, and that's almost a no-brainer now within the local SEO community for Google Business Profile. So your primary category is so important, and that's your identity. So if you're a plumber, that's your primary category, or if you're an electrician. But we have found when we change a primary category and make it more relevant, it makes a massive difference. An example would be like security camera supplier, we changed it to security camera installer,
Mm,
and that makes a big difference. And that was the primary category, that they
yeah,
do installation,
yeah,
not supply. Even though they do both, it's the installation they want to rank for and be known for.
yeah,
So think of that primary category as what do you want to rank for?
yeah,
What is it you want to be known for? Plumber, or you don't want to be known as a hot water service person, and that's all. Because
yeah,
if you put that as your primary category, that's all you'll really rank for.
yeah,
But if you're a plumber and that's one of your services that you do, that's where you add your second and third and fourth
yeah,
categories. So you can have 10 in total, including your primary, but do not include secondary categories that are not relevant to you. It just dilutes
yeah,
your SEO, your local SEO. And it makes no sense. Why would you put in you do service if you don't do a service?
yeah, yeah,
No. But do look every 6 months, go in and just play around with, add a category and just put in a few keywords and see if there's a default category that has popped up. We use software to see the new categories that come up every now and then for our clients, just to see if one's more relevant and take away an old one, something like that. But it is, once again, as I said, Google Business Profile is dynamic
mm,
and is constantly changing, good old Google. So, and your category is really important.
yeah, yeah. That's a good one. That's a really good one. And it's good to know that, by making a single change can impact the results that you get, which ultimately means that, there's more people ringing your phone.
Totally. Yep. Yep. And the primary category is just as important as your business name, your
Yeah,
location, and phone numbers.
yeah, yeah. Awesome. All right, let's move on to photos and videos. Like, where are we there?
Yeah, look, there's data coming in all the time that Google can read photos. It didn't used to be able to read photos. You can use a feature of Google called Google Lens, and you can actually put your images in there, and you can see what Google is seeing. And we've put in like for a dentist, whether Google is seeing the actual dentist with the patient in the chair and the implement, and what Google actually sees it at.
Oh,
And when it wasn't as clear, or there was too many people in the room, or something like that, the image got confused with. But when we made it really clear that the dentist with one patient and the dental chair in the center in the room, Google read it absolutely spot on what that
wow.
photo was about. I know it's
That is
crazy
crazy.
stuff.
That is
Crazy stuff.
crazy.
Whereas before, I still believe in alt tags for your images and telling, because I'm just sort of so old school. I just
Yeah,
can't upload an image to Google Business Profile without telling Google what that is about in
yeah.
natural language. But Google, because Google couldn't read that image back in the day, but now, with Google Lens, it really proves what Google can see. So upload your photos consistently, have good, clear images, and have it about the service and the products you do. If you're a business with a logo, make sure that you're having photos of you or your guys or your team with your shirts or your hats with your logo, your brand name, so Google is seeing it all the time.
Yeah.
Use your mobile phone so you're taking photos on site. So, GPS enabled. They say that Google strips that data off, but who knows?
Mm.
And your vehicles with your business name plastered around your vehicles. Take photos of that. If you're inside, you've got a location base, take photos inside, outside, do 360-degree walkthroughs of your location, if you've got a store or whatever like that. You want to be consistently and fresh photos and images. Don't have your Google business profile where you can see last photo was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, you just seriously, going forwards, there will be so many people who will be listening to these podcasts and everything, and will be doing a lot to your profile. And if you're not doing anything, I mean, you really will be left behind.
Mm. Yeah, it's important to keep on updating it.
Yep, yep. And short videos, I mean, that's been obviously taken with TikTok and all those shorts that YouTube does now. You can upload videos to Google Business Profile. A lot of people still don't know that. You've been able to do that for a long time, actually. But I think the videos are ranking really well, and they're gold nugget
Yeah.
for Google Business Profile. But you have to keep them short, 30 seconds. I've forgotten the file size, but not too big or it won't upload.
Yeah. Awesome. That's a big win there. Especially
Yeah.
photos. Photos, you know, are pretty easy to do. A lot of businesses, especially trade businesses, probably think that a photo of a work site isn't that important, but it's in a location where they serve, so it is.
Yep, yep. It is to Google and it is to people too.
Mm,
If they want to build or a plumber or whatever like that, and they're changing, block drains or something, and then you see them
yeah,
on site doing the work.
yeah,
Yeah, it makes a big difference. And what's even better is a video, of course. So,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that will show not only on Google Business Profile, you'll find that Google will show that video over onto the left-hand side of Google search. So in the actual, organic search section. And you'll find that when your Google Business Profile, your business name, alongside it will be an image or a video. And that's taken directly from your Google Business Profile, usually, overwhelmingly.
yeah. Awesome. Let's move into onto the one of the biggest ones I think that a lot of business owners really focus on, and that's Google reviews.
Yeah. Now, if it was just getting reviews and that's the only thing that made you rank, that would be pretty simple. So, and
Yeah,
I've heard plenty business owners saying, so Google Business Profile is only about Google reviews.
yeah,
And they don't do any of this other. I mean, it's a combination of everything.
yeah,
Reviews certainly matter. There's certainly a conversion factor
yes,
because, as we all know, if you're Googling for local business and you're the local painter and you've got, 150 reviews about your fantastic, external painting, and the
yeah,
next one has only got five, what people are going to click on,
yeah,
and then click through rate. CTR is a signal to Google, a
Yeah.
positive signal, so more people will click because of the number of reviews and so on. It snowballs
Yeah.
into a ranking factor within itself. But reviews is not a set and forget. As I keep coming back, Google Business Profile is dynamic. Where actually the SEO community is almost saying reviews, it's recency of reviews.
Yeah.
So you don't want 10 reviews in 1 week and nothing for 3 months.
Yeah.
It'd be better to get one review for 10 weeks
Mm.
each week rather than 10 in 1 week, because Google sees that pattern that's consistent, it's organic, and it seems natural, which, obviously the other one you've done a blitz and tried to get a reviews just in 1 week. But Google actually wants people to give it themselves. So one per week looks natural. So recency and consistency is
Mm.
really important with reviews. So you just have to keep on doing it.
Yeah.
Sorry, business owners, keep getting reviews. You can't stop not getting reviews.
Yeah.
Um, the other thing is you've got to reply to reviews. Google actually states that business owners should reply to their reviews in a prompt manner, whatever prompt means. I mean, we reply to all our client reviews definitely within the week, but often a lot quicker, and use it as an SEO advantage, replying to reviews. Use keywords, use your business name, use your locations, tell Google about your business all the
Yeah.
time. So replying to reviews, you can use it in that way as well.
Mm.
So don't worry too much if you get a 4-star, 3-star. It actually looks more natural
Yeah.
than just having all 5 stars. Um, 1-star reviews, it's very difficult to get rid of bad reviews, negative reviews, unless they go against one of the guidelines for reviews. I mean, there's about 10 factors for that. You go back to our podcast on reviews, it goes through all that. But other than that, you'll just have to reply in a professional, calm manner and try and rectify it by using the response
Mm.
if it is legitimate.
Yeah. Yeah. And to help business owners, you really need a system to consistently generate these reviews, whether it's an automated text message or whether it's I don't know, an email that you send out once someone's paid a bill. But to keep consistent and to keep them coming, there needs to be a system in place. Otherwise, it just won't happen, and you'll be missing out on
Yeah.
focusing on another area that you can improve.
Yeah, I mean, business owners ask me, how can I get more reviews? Ask.
Yeah, it's simple.
In
It's
all those different
simple.
ways, just ask.
Yeah, yeah,
um, and in every strategic way you can think of,
yeah.
and just keep asking.
Yeah, yeah. Now, so there's some platforms out there where you pay top dollar that will automate the whole process for you. But once again, you're going to pay top dollar for that kind of stuff. So, if that's something that you can, you know, allocate someone to do or whatever it is, maybe there's someone on the office that can help you with that kind of stuff. It's important to really put something into place.
Yeah. You can incentivize staff. I mean, our clients, we have got an automated way to get reviews for our clients. So come on board and we can help you get reviews.
Yeah,
But certainly incentivizing staff, because seriously, you can automate it, but there's nothing that beats the business owner asking for a review or his team who's done the job,
yeah, yeah,
especially for local business.
yeah.
Nothing beats that
Mm,
as far as successful response rate
yeah,
is the
yeah,
best out.
yeah. Awesome. Let's wrap it up on one thing that's probably dominating in the last year, in terms of AI.
Yep.
Let's talk about the AI overviews and how that's affecting everyone.
Yes. Now, yes, this is the big change. Obviously, AI has been around for a couple of years now with ChatGPT, but as
Yeah,
far as Google is concerned, it's relatively recent, even though Google was, the father of AI, really. Um, but Google was slower off the mark, but the first one for search was AI overviews, which came out last year in the US and gradually rolled out across the world and in Australia now. So it is a summary. It's like if anyone's familiar with ChatGPT by now, that AI does the research for you and goes out and reads everything for you and then gives you a summary of what it's read. So that's what AI overview is. It's above the search feature. I think it's default for a lot of queries. It depends upon the query that you put into Google search,
Yeah.
whether you get an AI overview. Obviously, if it's informational or anything like that, you'll get an AI overview.
Yeah.
It was slower with local businesses, but I'm seeing it more and more.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's summarizing
Mm.
Google Business Profile.
And you know what I just realized this week as well when I was typing in my business name? Guess what? I've got an AI overview of
Yep,
Google summarizing my whole business.
yep,
And
yep.
it's zero click. It's right there, pulls everything from my business profile. It's pulled stuff from my social profiles. It's pulled stuff from everywhere because I publish heaps of content everywhere. And it literally lists me, what I
Yep,
do, all my services. And that's
yep.
from consistently publishing content everywhere.
And I think this is segue to something else, and this can be another one because is SEO is now being called search everywhere optimization.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Now,
have.
there's a lot of different acronyms for AI search, and there's also, but I actually like SEO, which is search everywhere
Yeah,
optimization.
that's I've heard that one and that's really
Yeah,
good.
and I reckon that's one that I'm sort of going to adopt, and that's a perfect example.
Yeah.
AI is all about you being everywhere.
Yeah.
And if you're really drilling down to local business, Google Business Profile is like structured data. It's like structured data on your website, but it is, you fill out every field and you've got structured data for AI to pick up about your business.
Yeah.
And you do your updates, and now we are changing the way we do the Google update, the Google Business Profile updates, events and offers and things like that. So it is picked up by AI because you're doing it in chunks, you're doing it so in, short, sharp, structured type of data that AI can read really quickly.
Mm.
And there's nothing better than Google Business Profile to give short, sharp information about your business.
Yeah.
Because a lot of business owners, they don't do blogs.
Mm.
And blogs, that information is at the top of the funnel when you want real, real things about, we do block drains in Croydon.
Yeah.
That's Google Business Profiles. So, yeah, so that's AI overviews,
Mm.
which is now rolled out completely. Now, the new one this year is AI mode.
Yeah.
So that's optional at the moment. It's in the US. It was in Search Labs about May 25. No, probably April 25 in the US. It was released in Google I/O in May 25. So, just 2 months ago. And has been slowly rolled out in the US. It is an optional feature at the moment. And I think perhaps a select few in the lab search here in Australia. So we're yet to see how it's going to affect local, but it takes up almost a whole page of
Mm.
Google search.
Yeah.
It's conversational, like ChatGPT. So you can put in your query and then you can ask questions backwards and forwards, just like you do in ChatGPT, and the conversation keeps going on.
Yeah.
So, look, via Google Business Profile, has the most information about local businesses. So use your Google Business Profile to provide information in every way about your business because AI mode will need that information to have the conversation about an emergency plumber. What do you come on Saturday nights? How much do you charge when you come? How do you block it? How many hours will it take to do this? All that sort of information.
Yeah.
Google needs it for the AI mode conversation. So
Mm.
the second half of 25 is going to be really interesting. I
Yeah.
think it's just been setting things up
Yeah.
so far
Yeah.
for Google search and particularly local.
Mm.
And by the end of this year, I'm sure there's going to be a lot more.
Yeah, it's exciting. Like AI mode, I'm looking forward to. It's going to put a big shift into SEO because people are no longer going to need to click through. The answers are just going to be
No,
straight
yeah,
there. So there is going to be a shift. But for those that are putting content out there, you're going to benefit from it.
yeah,
And that's what I tell everyone. It's keep publishing content, keep publishing related search queries, frequently asked questions, publish that on your business profile. But for me, I tell people to start your blog, answer those common questions, have FAQs at the bottom of each page that answers those services because that's where the AI is going to pull up all that
yeah,
information.
yeah,
So
for sure,
yeah,
for sure.
it's a big
So
one.
that
We'll talk.
So there we go. I think we've just sort of touched on, most of
Yeah,
a lot of the important features for Google
yeah,
Business Profile and some of the updates that's
yeah,
happened in the last 6 months
yeah.
and a year.
I think that's great. I think it's a good recap. It's a good overview of what we've been talking about for the last probably eight to 9 weeks. Can't remember how long
Mm,
we've been doing it for, but these are probably the key ones to really focus on and to make sure you optimize. So it's just so important for business owners to focus on your Google business profile. And with AI mode and search well in the swing of things, it's more
mm.
important for you to keep putting content up on your Google business profile. And please, on your website, start your blogs, FAQs, get that content happening so you can stay relevant in the search results. So I think that's a wrap. I think
Yep. I think, yes, we've even gone over than usual. So there we go.
yeah, we were trying
Good.
to
Yeah.
compress this one, but you just get carried away talking
Yeah, I know. There's a few
stuff.
more I left out too. But anyway,
That's all
it
right. That's all right.
just shows the activity that's happening.
Yeah, yeah. All right,
Crazy.
let's close that one off. And thank you so much again, Alison. You do have an audit that you provide for business owners that are looking at improving their profiles. We're going to put up a QR code, and there'll be a link somewhere down here. Alison, do you want to quickly touch on that for people?
Yeah. So for just click that link or scan the QR code. There's only about 4 fields you need to fill out, and then you'll get a free video audit of your Google Business Profile. I go from the top all the way down to the bottom. I go through all these features I've just talked about and more. I'll look at your competitors and your main primary category and how you're ranking and things like that. It's all informational. It's tips and hints on how you can improve your profile to rank for your local product or services.
Awesome. And if you are looking at getting this all optimized and managed for you, Allison does have the most affordable service out there.
Yeah.
So it's really good for businesses that don't have a bigger budget to spend thousands of dollars on a marketing agency. It's really catered for those service-based trade businesses and small business owners out there. So if you haven't heard or don't know much about Allison, jump onto her website and check it out.
Good
Awesome.
one.
Thank you so much, Alison. I appreciate your time once
No
again.
worries.
We'll wait till next time.
Okay.
We'll see you again.
Cheers. Bye.
Yeah, bye.